All right, so there's one question that you should be asking your carriers prior to booking a load, prior to you ever sending out a rate confirmation. And if you don't ask this one question, it could cause you not to get the load moved, and or it could cause you to leave money on the table. So we don't want to do that. We want to avoid leaving money on the table or causing ourselves not to be able to move that load. So there's one question that's very, very important. I'm going to share with you in this video exactly what that question is, and I'm also going to show you why we ask the question that we ask. So come on inside, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Now let's get into the business. All right, so the question that I'm going to share with you today, it's a question that I like to ask prior to ever sending out the rate confirmation. But here's the thing. If you happen to forget about it, or you just don't ask the question before you send out the rate confirmation, it's no big deal, because you can always come back and update your rate confirmation. We just want to make sure that we ask this question prior to deciding how the carrier is going to be paid. Once we decide how the carrier is going to be paid, we need to have this already figured out. All right, so the one question that you should be asking, always, especially when you're dealing with owner-operators, not so much if you're dealing with larger carriers, but you, at the beginning of your business, you won't be working with very many large carriers. So the focus will be owner-operators. So we want to ask this question to every one of those owner-operators, and that is, would you like quick pay with this load? And that simply means that we're going to pay that carrier within 24 hours after that load has delivered. And the reason why I like to have all of this stuff squared away before we ever send out the rate confirmation is because it alleviates confusion, and it also lets the carrier know right away that we have the quick pay option. Because you're going to have carriers that will not work with you if they know that you can't pay quickly, if you can't pay via quick pay. Because carriers don't want to wait 21, 30 days sometimes to get paid. And that's standard pay in this industry. So some of them are going to want quick pay. And if you can offer quick pay, you have a much better chance of moving that load than if you don't offer quick pay. So go ahead and get that established right away with the carrier. Send that on your rate confirmation so it clearly states exactly what's being charged for the fee for the quick pay, because there definitely is going to be a fee with quick pay. That way you announce that now, so if there's any confusion, we get that out in the open and we can get that squared away before the load ever starts to move. And why do we charge a fee for the quick pay? Well, because we're being charged a fee. Anytime there's money extended, and extended over a short period of time or a long period of time, there will be a charge for it. Factoring companies charge what is called a quick pay fee to get your money early. Because if you're accessing your money early ahead of standard time, then you have to pay to access it that early. So they're going to charge us a fee, so we of course have to charge the carrier a fee if they want that money early. All right, so now why do we want to ask the question to every carrier, do they want the quick pay option? Well, number one, it's an option that carriers want for you to have. They want to be able to get paid quickly, because carriers, especially small carriers, experience cash flow issues. And when they have those cash flow issues, they want to be able to bridge that gap and make sure that they get paid quickly, so they don't have to wait such a long time to get paid. The other part in that is carriers don't know you just yet. So they're not sure that they're going to get paid. And to extend that over a longer period of time, 21 to 30 days, makes them even more unsure. So now what they want to do is to get paid quicker. When they're, have worked with you before, you've paid them before, they may relax and say, we don't want to get paid on the quick pay. But you definitely want to have the option there so that in the event they want to get paid quickly, you can definitely facilitate that. And that allows for you to seamlessly move loads, to take out the friction in the logistics pipeline. And another reason why we're always going to ask the question, do you want quick pay, is because we're leaving money on the table if we don't. Here's the deal. Let's look at it in real numbers. If I have an invoice that's $3,000 and it costs me 2.5% to finance that invoice through a factoring company, then it's going to cost me about $75. Now, I don't know about you, but if I can keep $75 without having to pay $75 for factoring, I definitely want to do that. sometimes you're going to be able to do that. If you offer quick pay to your carrier, instead of you having to pay the $75 for the factoring fee, now the carrier has to pay that $75 in order for him to get that quick pay. Because anytime we're extended money, whether it's over a short or a long period of time, then of course you have to pay to get that money. And if the carrier elects to get it on a quick pay, he's electing to get his money early, so he has to pay a fee that comes with getting money early. If he decides not to get the money early, then I have to pay the fee. But I certainly want to offer him the quick pay so that if he wants to take it, I don't have to pay that $75. Because what we have to understand as freight brokers, we have to be aware of the percentages. People look at 2.5% and you don't think that's a whole lot. You say $75, that's not a whole lot. That's $75 from your profit. That's big when you're making $300 on a load. So we want to be able to keep that $75 in-house if we can, and we can if we offer carriers quick pay and they accept those quick pays. So the question that I wanted to share with you today that we always ask before we close out that load is, are you interested in getting a quick pay? The reason why we ask that question is, number one, because carriers want the option of quick pay because it helps with cash flow issues. And number two, it helps us not to leave money on the table as freight brokers. Those are two good reasons, in my opinion, to definitely offer the service of quick pay. All right, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight broker business, I'm going to leave a link in the description box. You just click on that link. It'll take you to my website, and you'll be able to sign up for the free 5-video series titled How the Load Movement Process Works. What it's going to do is give you an in-depth look at the freight broker business, allow for you to watch over my shoulder as I take care of the business, show you exactly how it works. You'll get to watch me in the office. And if you're interested in learning more about how we get the business that we get, how we go about finding shippers, I'm also going to leave you a free link to that video as well. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.